Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail, and we are back with more scrolls where beta is beta, and we have a fun little update where it is 0.094 or 0.94, and there's been a few bug fixes, updates, there's still some issues, but maybe the biggest deal for players right now is that new players now start with 2,000 gold, existing players given 2,000 gold, so my money about shot up quite a bit. So let's hit the store, because I did try and do a quick record first of what the game is like, or what the store is like purchasing stuff, but there was an error, so it didn't work. So you need 6,000 gold to buy pre-constructed decks. That's not what I'm trying to do here, although that's a good way to beef up your kind of initial stuff. No, what I'm going to do with my money here is to try and buy some scroll packs. Once again, that's to get 2 uncommons and 1 rare. That's trade bait. So let's buy those real quick and see what I get. Eternal Statue. That's okay. It's not bad to have a wall. Thought Trap. That's good. Illthorn, I use those. Stone Pact Memorial. When Stone Pact Memorial comes into play, increase order by 1. That's interesting. That seems like a dual order or dual set thing here. So let's see here. Spark is good. Those are all commons. Apparently it's the border of the deck that'll let you know. That'll inform you what's what. Him I don't really use, but maybe if I had a larger green deck, that could work. Frostwind, I think that's an uncommon, add 1 countdown to all units and adjacent units. That's actually, I've had that screw me in the past when someone else has used it. Iron Whip, I've had someone screw me with that too. What's my rare? Decimation, all units on target row lose 1 health, opponents idle on that row loses 2 health, so pretty good. Let's buy 1 more right now, because I mean this is where my money is going. Because I just want to get cards to trade, so remember this is just, you don't get even numbers, you just get 10 cards. Even if you choose the original starter deck, it doesn't give you it doesn't prefer you to get more green cards. But it's your infantrymen, spearmen, plating, all pretty good. Useful cards. Desperation, target creature gets 2 attack until end of turn. For each opponent unit on the same row, it's then dealt 1 damage. That's an interesting one as well. Woodland Memorial, that'll increase growth. That's pretty interesting, but it doesn't have a lot of health or anything. Okay, enchanted melee creature becomes relentless. Attack is increased by 1. That's actually really good. Then Royal Spearman. Oh, those things are so annoying for me to fight. End of Reason. Sacrifice all units you control with non-zero countdown. Each unit sacrificed this way deals 2 damage to opponent's units on the same row. So that's kind of a crazy switcheroo card. Unfortunately, still no rares for my growth set, and I could be buying growth scrolls. But that's what the store looks like. You kind of get to pop open your stuff. You can go to the deck builder and see that I have gotten only 5 new growth cards and a big bunch of other cards to round out my library. So eventually, I'm sure these will come around, but so far, out of my 30 cards, I'd expect 10 of them to be growth. It's only been 5. I've gotten a lot of order cards. So yeah, there's that. Let's go ahead and hit the arena. I'm gonna actually try a quick match today against another player. I've had some of these go for super long sometimes with my deck, because I'm still using the default deck. But let's see, we get into a match right away against the Wise Cow. I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked. That's okay though. So it's his turn first, and with the online matches you do have a countdown timer, and as it's beta there is some lag that I've had to deal with in the past. And Frostglade is a spell that I don't really like very much, because I want to use small creatures. I don't want to kill them all the time. So let me go ahead and start with my ramp up here fast, and if this forces him to pop a wolf early to kill it, that's fine. But I'd rather have 2 growth than not. So he's sacking for resources, and he puts up a wall there, so I don't want this guy to get spikied to death. Vitality Well is another spell I don't really like, but it is a wall. I can save it. I'll just go ahead and use this for resources. Let's get another creature. Ragged Wolf, I'll hold on to that. So what I am actually going to do... I could wait. I'm not gonna drop this just yet. I'd rather drop it when I need it for the Vitality Well. Even though I still don't particularly like the card. Of course, it's one of the growth cards that I've actually received. It just doesn't really ramp up too well, but there we go. There's a guy that can do a lot of damage. But let's see. I may be able to trick him into doing something tasty. So let's start by... Alright, so I have 3 turns here. Let's get a little tricky here. I'm going to go ahead and sack that. And I am going to put this aura on you. The reason I do that is because when this guy attacks, he'll get poisoned and he'll die. So as long as I can keep this guy in front of my opponent, I'll be okay. But the first thing is first, I do not want to have him die to the spiky damage there. So 1 idle damage, whatever. Okay, now he has 2 of them, so... Okay, how do I want to play this? Could put out the Mangy Wolf, could put out the Ragged Wolf. I have a little bit of time. So let me actually go ahead and... I'm gonna, as much as I do have use for that. Let me just put out the Mangy Wolf, because it's useful. I just want to bait these guys into attacking as best I can, and these are all useful cards for me. I like having a lot of wolves. My goal is to make a wolf-based deck, and right now these cards aren't great for that. And he does have some order cards in play, so we'll see what happens here. So this guy's gonna attack next round, and there's not a ton I can do about it. Alright, well that's pretty good. I can actually cast all of these, so let's go ahead and poison you. And let's go ahead and put this wolf down. He's just gonna be a meat shield. And he's going to be hasted, but that's alright. So there we go. His attacking force is not going to be too pleased. And just to shield this guy a little more. So yeah, he can't move and attack. So he's dead. He's going to be dead regardless, and he's not going to do damage. If he's smart, he'll move him up 1 and actually take out my extra energy producer, because I'm starting to get mana starved here. But no, he's going to bear paw him instead. That is one way you can do that. Alright, Crimson Bull is a great spell. It is. All units you control get +2 attack until the end of turn, but it's not a great spell for me right now. Guess the question is do I want to get Great Wolf out there? I think the answer is yeah, I want to go ahead and do that. Said not in the awesomest position ever, but let's see. So he's going to try and buff this guy. And I don't like cannon automatons very much. And they die just after attacking. So I'm going to have to see if I can find a way to deal with this guy. See here, he put Bear Paw on him, so there's not a ton this guy can do. He's just going to have to get poisoned, and he's not going to be able to attack anymore. Okay, so Junkyard. Perfect card. Absolutely what I needed right now. Because that'll block this attack. Of course, he can move him over, but all that means is that I can just move this guy down here. That way, if he moves this guy up here and down there, he'll do 4 damage to a row, which is not a huge deal right now. Unfortunately, I did just kill my guy, so that was a total waste, because I forgot that wall was there. That sucked. So this guy ended up dying anyway. So there we go. Rookie mistake, yo. He's going to do 6 damage. A little bit of a waste, but you know what? He did do more damage than I did. Alright, so these guys are going to be attacking at the same time. I don't mind the +2 attack. I could actually take out that idol there, but I think I'd rather have the cards at this point. So we'll go ahead and put down the Brave up here. Okay, so he's not gonna be able to do anything unless he gets a healing card somehow. Okay, so what does this card do? I've never seen it before. Ether Pump. When Ether Pump attacks, all opponent units are dealt 1 damage. So that is pretty hardcore. Only problem is, well, there's a few problems. So everything's going to be taking 1 damage. That's actually where a Healing Spring would be a really good hard counter to that. So once again, Championship Ring, good, not great. Let me get some other cards here. Binding Root's not going to do me a lot of good. This guy's not going to do me a lot of good. I'm just going to sit on what I got right now and possibly sacrifice. The reason I say this guy's not going to do a ton of good is because this will kill him. So I want to wait just a moment there. So he's dead. All these guys are going to take 1 damage. That's something I'm going to have to deal with. So he burnt one of my wolves. That's where this is a nice combo to have direct damage. This guy's been getting a few more cards than I have. And Kinfolk Jarl, I'm sorry. You're not doing a ton for me today. So I'm actually going to go ahead and see if I can get more cards. There we go. Nutrition is good. At least that I can use that to get mana. So let's hear 2 there. Let's not waste our damage. Might as well do 3 up here. And I know I'm sitting on a lot of stuff I can cast, but that's kind of the nature of the game. So at least I got 1 idol, so that's 20 gold for me. So all is not lost. So what is that? That's new. Sandpack Memorial. When Sandpack Memorial comes into play, increase energy by 1. Okay. So you're going to attack next turn. So it's here. So I can root this guy and do a lot of damage to here. Actually, let me go ahead and start by doing this, because I really need to start ramping up my mana. And I could go ahead and use Rallying Cry, but I kind of want to wait for a better opportunity for that. Binding Root doesn't do a lot of good. Druidic Power's not terrible. Let me see here. You're already about... Oh, well, you know what? That was a total fuck up. I did not mean to enchant that guy. I'm just gonna type crap. Oh, well. Yeah, that'd be nice if there was a way for me to know that I didn't select that guy, because I wanted to move him up 1. Total waste. But hey, what do you know? I'm a new player, so... This typing fun misclick, I wish there was a way to avoid that. Oh well. So this guy's now in a much better position than he was before. And everyone's going to take 1 damage, but F that. It doesn't really matter. So what do you do? Pay 1 growth to heal Gravelock out, cast to full health. So that's not terrible. He has a pretty good dual color deck here. So I guess the question now is... These guys are attacking all at the same time. He can't move. If I had a spell to recall, that'd be great. But I don't. So let me go ahead and just sack this. Put up this. And we'll just stick with what we got for now. Because he's going to be doing some damage and no damage. I could have actually taken out that idol, probably, if I hadn't misclicked. But hey, said it's hard for me to tell sometimes if I do have a card selected or not selected with enchants. And that goo cannon is going to hurt somebody a little bit. Sister of the Fox means that he gets to draw another scroll. He has way more energy out than I do, so it's possible that while I've started out ahead, I'm going to end up way behind. Okay, so he's totally moving out of the way. Spark. Oh, yeah, please spark that guy. Please just kill him. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and move you up here, because I want to kill this guy first. So let me go ahead and cast this spell. See, cast is nice. I like that big indicator for there. The enchantments don't have that benefit, but I should just pay attention to what's highlighted on the screen. So cast Rallying Cry. That's good, because that means I'm going to be able to get some attacks in. And then let's see here. Vile Enchantment or Binding Root. Guess I could sacrifice this for the mana for next turn. And I actually do want this guy to keep healing, so because he's not at max health right now. But if he can take out these guys' creatures, they're not going to be as happy. I do want to take out what's down here eventually, because that is something I'm going to have to deal with. Oh, so he's about as new as I am. And now he's healed up his guy. So Kinfolk Jarl and the veteran here. Actually, the veteran's probably going to be better to place down on the bottom, but see, you're going to fire momentarily. Who do I want to put up here? I'm going to go ahead and put you in play, because I want to force him to react. So let me check real quick. So his firing range is not too great. And Kinfolk Jarl, for every adjacent Kinfolk he gets +1 attack, so go Jarl. And that cannon didn't die. But this guy's probably about to. That's okay. So I don't know if this cannon's actually moved or not. I don't like the mortar guy because I've been screwed by him, but he attacks a randomly selected tile on the opponent's board and he does a fuck ton of damage. And for some reason he's really defending this. Okay, so he just killed everything there. Whatevs. So let me go ahead and Sister of the Fox it. I will just put her down here because I don't care really if she lives or dies too much. I just want to break this area down. Frostbeard's good because I can save this haste guy. He's not going to be able to kill anything too great now. So if I put this here, it won't be terrible. So all in all, pretty good round. I could actually do 3 damage there, but it's probably better that I do, to be honest. What I want is more wolves. Okay, so I guess the other question is Beast Rat. Okay, so those are cards I haven't seen before. So let's hear. Jarly Poo is relentless, so he's gonna keel over anybody no matter what. Actually, both of those guys are relentless. How much defense do you have? You have 2 defense. So I don't need to take out that idol right now, but it would be nice to do it. But 6 damage is kind of a waste. And I can go up here and do this. And I know it's kind of silly for me to try and just use a haste unit like that, but it does buff my other guy. So I'm just trying to deny creatures as much as possible. I know my sisters are going to die in a little bit. So let's see here, because you only need to take out 3 idols. And as long as I can keep the pathway clear, unfortunately this guy is going to get shot and hurt pretty bad. Because I didn't move him like a moron. And I really should have. So once again, so this is a good guy. When you get this guy increased growth by 1, I think that stays on the board once you get it, which is pretty nice. So I just gotta hope he doesn't buff this guy any further. And who's he gonna fire and hit? He hits nobody. That's a relief, so that's really just a random target. This guy's gonna heal once per turn. So let's see. For each unit you control, heal your idol in the same row by 1. Beast creatures deal double damage to idols this turn. So if I save that for next turn, I may be able to end the game. So let's actually go ahead and... so he's not going to do anything here. Let's see what other cards we can get, because I enjoy the possibility of ending this game in another turn. Frostbeard's good. We're actually going to do the old switcheroo with these 2 guys, just because I want to make sure if there's something there. I'm going to save that move for next turn. I don't want to tip my hand, which means I'll save putting the Frostbeard down, because if I put him up there, I'm not going to be able to get around. So I'm having a lot of people attack next turn, and 2 of them are relentless. So there we go. I don't always like sitting on this, but see, these guys aren't going to do a lot of good. It's not worth you just dying. So you get to do 1 damage. Yay! So you're going to die anyway. Maybe I should have taken out that wall. Poor Frostbeard's gonna die. Not a lot I can do about that. Yeah, so it's nice. The community in this game is actually very friendly so far. I really hope it stays that way. There's not a lot of people just taking things way too seriously. That's pretty refreshing. So, Cannon Automaton, that's why I need some of this. Ranged, all combat damage is reduced by 1. And everybody's going ouchie. Okay, so I can do damage up here. I can do damage through here. I'm not exactly sure where all of this came from all of a sudden, so I don't really need this. I'm going to go for ending this game on this turn. So to do that, if I can break through here with a Jarly Poo and move this guy up, because these guys are all attacking here and I'll be able to attack next turn as well. Let's see. That's 5, that's 1. Yeah, I think this is over. I think this is over. Those are famous last words. Don't really want Bear Paw right now. See, he's just so I don't unnecessarily risk this guy, I'm going to move him back 1. And I will drop a Frostbeard here. Actually, you know what? Let me just make sure that I got this. Alright, so 4, 2, 1, dead. There we go. GG. And I got 364 gold for this, and the wise cow left the game. But still, there we go. That's it. Just wanted to make sure I got it. So that's another victory. That's against what I call a good player. And let's just see what our spoils are, if at all. One more scroll pack. Lots of scrolls. So Woodland Memorial, not bad Mortar Heart. Thought Trap, which is a good spell. I like control decks, I like control stuff. When clock libraries countdown becomes 0, clock library sacrifice, and you draw 3 scrolls. That's an interesting use of 4 things there. Junkyard, it's a good cheap wall. Obelisk is a good cheap wall. Heritage, your Chan you control is destroyed, you draw 2 cards. That's good if you know someone's going to die. Blast Strike isn't terrible. And Essence Feast, that'll be really good for a beast deck. I mean, I didn't realize idols were, hey, your things that you're trying to protect. So, not my favorite rare spell in the world, but not terrible. So, that's all for now. This is Way to Fail, and we're going to be playing this some more in the near future, but I hope you enjoyed, and definitely check out Scrolls. It's fun. It's a collectible card game, and it's pretty reasonable, but it's still in beta. Till next time.